Finally, a YouTube video that has nothing to do with substance abuse at all. Well, I'll probably be able to tie it in toward the end here. It's not going to be a very long one, but a very informative one. I'm sitting here. It's right before Halloween, and of course I'm wearing one of my scariest shirts, a Neil Boortz shirt. If you're not familiar with Neil Boortz, that's only because you're probably very young. Very intelligent man. Hope he's still alive. Anyway, General Patton said Americans love a winner and they will not tolerate a loser. And that is as true today as it was back in the late 30s, early 40s, when he was saying that quite a bit. And I was at the gym, just finished up, and I was watching the OU football game. OU, by the way, is favored to win by at least 5 points against Mississippi State. And, of course, they're behind 5 points. Back in the 70s and the 80s, us OU fans would say something along the lines of, about Oklahoma State University, our Bedlam rival, about how they're pulling an Aggie. They may be ahead in a football game, but they'll find a way to lose. And that's exactly what OU did against Texas this year. That's exactly what they're doing against Mississippi State right now as we speak. The score that I just looked at, not the final score, but the score I just looked at before I left the gym was 15-10. Unbelievable. Okay, so why am I even talking about this? Because in America, I don't think anyone will begrudge a person from making a good salary in America. Hey, that's great. If you can make a salary and you earn it, great. But a lot of colleges are getting tired of their multi-millionaire football coaches sitting on their, be careful what you say, Bob, not performing, not producing the results. Brent Venables, Garden State College, transferred to K-State, played linebacker, never once played, never went in the draft, never once played for a professional football team. Dismal record, multimillionaire. Signed a 6-year contract in 2024 through 2029 worth $51 million. Folks, I tell you what, I could probably coach better than he does, okay? And if I don't, it doesn't matter. I'll take that 51, and then after one season, they can do the buyout, okay? I'll take that buyout. America wants results. Same thing happened with Oklahoma State University. Their head coach, Mike Gundy, wonderful man. Matter of fact, back when he was 40, he said he was a man, and I believe him that to be true. You can all Google that if you want to. That was a funny moment in OSU football. He was making close to $7 million a year, and quite honestly, losing every single game. I think they only won one game last year. And so, you know what? Nice guy. Wasn't caught with a prostitute. Wasn't doing anything illegal. Wasn't embezzling. Didn't have to embezzle. He had a pretty good scam going on, like most of these head coaches do. And sure enough, OSU said enough is enough. We're tired of pulling an Aggie. We want quality football. So guess what? They fired him. Same thing happened at in Arkansas. The Razorbacks, they fired Mr. Pittman, the Coach Pittman. Again, man was making in excess of $6 million a year, and his performance over the last 2 years, his record, I should say, was, don't get me lying here, but I think it was 34 wins, 32 losses. Folks, that's dismal. That's slightly not even a percentage point over 50. Okay, it's a percentage of a percentage point over 50. Maybe, and I said I would tie drugs and alcohol in with this, and I'm going to right now. Maybe the people who are paying and agreeing to these outrageous prices, are not prices, but salaries, Maybe they're doing drugs. Maybe there's some alcohol involved. I'm not sure, but oh my God, come on. If you're going to pay a lot of money, you expect a lot of good results. And right now, it takes a very special coach to take a OU football team and figure out a way to lose. And Brent Venables is doing it week after week after week. And it's time for him to leave. I remember Michael, it was Coach Gibbs, Gibbs, his last year of coaching with OU football, some fan hired a plane that had a banner behind it that said, "Delta's ready when you are." And it sent a clear message that the fans were not going to tolerate any more substandard behavior. And they shouldn't. You shouldn't have to put up with substandard behavior. Okay. Anyway, I told you this had nothing to do with football. Didn't have anything to do with drugs and alcohol. It is almost happy Halloween, everybody. Wish you all a happy Halloween. I hope your team is winning. Unless, no, I'm not even going to say that. I was getting ready to say unless you're a Texas Longhorn fan, but okay, more power to them too when they're not playing OU. But anyway, thank you all. Have a great day.